No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome everyone to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see the number 22 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Davidson. And this home team defense is not rolling out the welcome mat for the visitors. They start their night stuffing the run. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Now sliding to his left. Running to Green. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. Guys, let's chat a little bit about Clemson. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's...
Oh, a lot of space. Lots of running room. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Clemson.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And he had the extra point to finish the drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bennett. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
Nah, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows a little bit back and forth. Some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is beautiful.
You know, there's a lot of great rivalries, especially down in the South and the Deep South. This is one of the better ones, though, because you just never know what the outcome is going to be.
The Gamecocks are marching down the field. To the air, it's Sellers. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Get it out on the screen.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And the Gamecocks come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guy. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
On the direct snap, it's Haynes. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Smashes ahead. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Randall. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Davidson. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
It falls incomplete, and man, did they think they had that one set up, and it didn't quite work. Direct snap, it's Davidson. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line, a 3rd down stop. Now to see what they do on 4th down. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. On 4th down, looking for the completion. He caught it. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
He'll toss it. Touchdown, Tigers! How about this quarterback staying on track and getting it in on the option.
And a great job by the quarterback, Reese, making the right read. I got to get that defense to commit to me. Now I pitch it. Running back catches it. I'll take this. I'll do the rest. But it was a great read by the quarterback.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Hauls in the deep ball. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? Now, Lenoris Sellers was sensational down the stretch last season when the Gamecocks won 6 of 7 games. Sellers threw 18 touchdowns, only 3 picks. What would you like to see from him, David, for the Gamecocks to become a force in the SEC?
It's not running, Reese, like we saw.
Oh, he's got some space. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Fires to the tight end. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
A strike downfield. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Gamecocks line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Here's a heat. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got the first down and more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
There's a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Defense in press coverage. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Moving away from pressure. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll take it on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Unloads to the right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That's caught. It's Harbor. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Unlike the old school thinking, this is the area of the field that is really four-down territory now. Trying to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
The play action fake. Got a man, it's Randall. Past the 30. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Grab near the sticks. It's Williams.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The game, originally held during the State Fair in Columbia as Big Thursday, was officially named the Palmetto Bowl in 2014. The trophy came a year later, replacing the old Hardee's Bowl trophy.
Very apropos, a silver palm tree for the Palmetto Bowl. That makes sense, David. This is the biggest sporting event in the state of South Carolina. I know this is a game that you and I have really enjoyed watching over the years.
I mean, so much fun, and the definition, Jesse, of hate all throughout the state, and bragging rights to whoever wins this football game and gets that trophy.
Looking to throw, it's Sellers. He'll take another shot here. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
It's complete. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Got his man on the right. And they're able to get him on the ground. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got him downfield. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Extending the play. Throwing on the run. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
He's got the tight end. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Here we go. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Haynes. And they are knocked down way behind seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He couldn't get close to the marker, got 3 yards, but it'll be 4th and 3. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Makes a grab past the marker. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
South Carolina, 14.
I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers now.
Gonna let it fly. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds his man. It's Harbor. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. So they're not comfortable with their field goal kicker from here, so the offense will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Bennett. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Buys a little time. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Yeah, and that's a timing route. You throw those out routes to your receivers, and he gets out of his break, and he gets his head around, and ideally you want him to get his head around right in time to catch that football, and you could just tell he didn't get comfortable, didn't get his hands around, his head around in the right time, and he just gets a drop.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. That is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running back searching for a hole. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. He's going to run it. Still on his feet at the 40. He's got the 1st down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. path, that time just short of the first down. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Adams. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Direct snap. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Well, these running backs, they've been put into challenging situations. That's the third time in the game on fourth they've decided to hand it off, and these guys have just found a way to make sure that they're able to keep these drives going.
Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Working that wide receiver screen. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there. And as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Going for it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Zings it complete to the right. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Unloads to the wideout. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Quick completion on the out. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying play action. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Hauls it in, looking for space. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return.
Clemson, 21. South Carolina, 14.
They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. To throw, it's Klubnik. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Tigers want to move quickly.
Great job by the defense that time getting the sack, but no time to celebrate. You got to line up right now because the offense is going tempo.
Got a man, it's Randall. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job.
And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
And offenses practice the situation. This is 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get first downs. They do that, they stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield on first down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
Snap to the back. Plows through the defense. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. Break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the snap, it's Haynes. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and fortunately ended up losing yards.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
Quarterback making checks. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
This defense is going to use this guy in a lot of different ways. You'll see him rush the passer. Obviously, he'll have his name called when the offense tries to run the football, but I love his coverage ability.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. And full extension down the right side for the grab. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Quick completion on the out route. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
Wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
This time it's complete. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
They'll run play action. Now he's going to break the pocket. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's decision time now because you score the touchdown, you're down one late. Do you want to just kick the extra point and tie it up, hope for overtime? Or do you go for two? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
So the officials take a closer look and the replay booth will overturn the call. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this third and long from the 20. He wants to change this route. Gonna look downfield again. Got it! He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. And I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down. Got it back on second and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call with not a lot of time left in the game.
If they can pay off this third and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over. Touchdown, South Carolina! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a two-point conversion.
And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the fourth. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. He's going to take off. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Looking to buy time. He's loose. There he goes. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
doing a great job with the execution in a moment where you had to have it. You score the touchdown, you take the lead. There's less than a minute to go in this game. All your defense has to do now is get a stop and you win.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point.
That makes the score 28, South Carolina.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He wants a big play here late. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. To the air, it's Sellers. Oh, they're after him. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Tigers. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
In this kind of game where it's only one possession, one play could make the difference. And that time the quarterback got a little too greedy. The defender jumps in front, picks it off, pads the lead for his team. We still got a lot of football to go here, but that was a massive play for the defense.
21.
He'll bring it out. It's Bennett. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Escapes the sack.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. With the clock running, this should be the final play. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. South Carolina did a lot of throwing before the game, but as it turns out, the chicken curse is alive and well as Clemson wins the Palmetto Showdown. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jeff